Welcome to the Akashic Library.
Hey, welcome. You ever feel just stuck with money? Like you're in a total financial rut? Well, what if I told you that in just 30 days, you could totally change your relationship with money? I mean, really change it. Today, we're going to break down a super simple but really powerful plan to do exactly that. We're talking about transforming your financial reality from the inside out.
Okay, so everything, and I mean everything, starts with this one big idea. This isn't just some nice-sounding quote. It's the absolute foundation for everything we're about to get into. The source material is super clear on this. Your bank account is basically just a mirror reflecting what you really believe about money. And a lot of the time, you don't even know you believe it.
All right, so let's dive into our first section here, your money mindset. Because if we're serious about changing our financial situation, we've got to dig a little deeper. We need to understand the core beliefs that are secretly, pulling all the strings behind the scenes.
So what are these core beliefs anyway? Well, think of them like the operating system running in the background of your mind. They're these invisible scripts that dictate every single move you make with money, how you earn it, how stressed you get when you spend it, and yeah, even your ability to just hang on to it.
Okay, take a look at these. Do any of them sound familiar? Money is hard to make. It's impossible to hold on to. I bet for a lot of us, they really do. These are what you'd call classic lack mentality beliefs. They're these ideas we probably picked up when we were kids, and they end up creating a reality where money just always feels tight and stressful.
And this is where it gets really interesting. Look at the difference here. It's just a simple shift in how you think about it. On the left, you've got that classic stress, right? I have to pay this bill. It feels like you're losing something. But look at the right side. It's all about gratitude. Thank God I get to pay for this. I mean, the money's leaving your account either way, but the whole vibe, the energy behind it is completely different. It's a total switch from fear to being thankful.
All right, so we've kind of laid out the problem, right? But what's the fix? What do we actually do? Well, that brings us right to our next section, which is all about this simple but super powerful plan, the 30-day mindset challenge. Yep, you heard that right. Just 30 days. The source material really hammers this home. That's all the time it takes, if you commit, to totally change who you are when it comes to money. It's all about that focused, day in, day out effort. And let's be super clear about the goal here. This challenge isn't about trying to make a ton more money in 30 days. Nope. The real goal is to become like a detective of your own mind. You're trying to become hyper-aware of every single thought and feeling that pops into your head about money every single day.
Okay, so what does this look like in practice, day to day? Let's break it down. We're moving on to our third section, 3 steps to abundance. This is your simple, totally doable routine you can follow every single day. And here it is. It's a 3-step process. Step 1, you just become aware. You catch those negative thoughts right as they're happening. Step 2, you reframe it. You don't just push it away, you actively switch it for a positive one. And finally, step 3, repeat and thank. You lock in that new thought with affirmations and by practicing gratitude. That's it. This phrase right here, this is going to be your mantra for the next 30 days. Seriously. The second you catch yourself thinking, I can't believe I have to pay this, you just say to yourself, change it, switch it, reframe it. It's all about making an active choice right there in that moment to think something different.
And this is the cool part. This is why it actually works. Your brain is an incredibly powerful tool, right? But the way it learns is through repetition. It honestly doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not. So if you just keep telling it over and over that you're a money magnet, it'll start to literally build new neural pathways to make that your reality.
So here is some really powerful affirmations to get you started. Things like, I am a money magnet, or money always shows up for me. And look, you might feel kind of silly saying these at first. You might not believe them on day one, and that is totally okay. The whole point is to just say them anyway. When you wake up, when you're paying a bill, when you look at your bank account. Repetition is literally everything.
And this part goes right alongside those affirmations. The source talks about treating money almost like it's an energy, one that responds to how you treat it. So think about it. Take a second and look back. Even when things were really tough, somehow the money for rent or for food or that phone bill, it showed up, right? You just need to acknowledge that and then thank it. That one little shift moves you from a place of fear to a place of genuine appreciation.
So let's say you do this. You put in the work for 30 days. What happens then? What's the big payoff? Well, that brings us to our final section. And it's all about the choice that you now get to make every single day.
I absolutely love this analogy from the source. Just think about it for a second. If you had a friend and you were constantly complaining about them and being negative,
Would they want to hang out with you more? Probably not, right? Well, it's the exact same idea with money. If your whole vibe around it is negative and ungrateful, you're pretty much energetically pushing it away.
And you know, that's really what this all boils down to, this whole challenge. It isn't really about just changing the numbers in your bank account. It's about changing who you are in your relationship with money. It's about making that shift from being scared to being grateful, from feeling like there's never enough to knowing there's an abundance. It's about going from just reacting without thinking to making a conscious choice. So the real question I want to leave you with is, if you really commit to this, just for 1 month, who will you choose to be?
True transformation happens when you align your actions with your deepest values. Next, explore a revolutionary path forward in A New Path to Transformation.